So how do you start working out? How do you start working out? First of all, don't call it a workout. Call it a play out. Why are we calling everything work? Why do we take so much pride in how much we suffer and how much we work and how much work we put in? And it's about pleasure. And if we make the association of going to the gym or being active or being physical about pleasure, who doesn't want to do that? And I mean, this is what my entire channel is all about. We talk about meditation, we talk about emotion, we talk about increasing our vibrational frequency, increasing our point of attraction. Well, intentionally design our point of attraction to bring into our lives more of what we love more. That's what this channel is about. So that's it's like an emotional meditation. People go, oh, I meditate and I work out and I work at feeling good. Listen, guys, think of everything like sex. It's all like sex. Think of it as like self-pleasure, okay? Masturbation, let's just say the word. And who doesn't love to do that? I know actually there's people that don't. But most people, I think, like pleasure. Most people like sensuality. Most people like to feel good. Most people like a massage. They like to pleasure themselves. They like to arouse themselves. That's all this is. That's all we're doing here. We're intentionally arousing our emotions. We're intentionally arousing our vibration, our frequency. There's many other areas of energy. Sex energy is just one of them. Sex energy, anger, joy, fear, sadness. The 5 primary emotions. Sorry, look at the thing. The 5 primary emotions. And so why can't we take all those and apply it to have a tantric life? Are you familiar with Tantra? It's the study of sexuality in a way where people take sex energy and erotic experiences and they play with the energy. They build it up. First they will, what's the word? It starts with a C. They will not have sex for a while. What's the word? It skipped my mind. Abstain. They'll abstain from sex and build the energy. And then when they come back and if you have a tantric partner, you can have a sexual experience with them and you can really build the energy. It's like a wizard. You're building it and you're drawing it out and you're learning how to explore your body and play with that elated feeling more and more. It's Tantra. I can't believe how many people, I moved to Idaho from California 3 years ago, and how many people have never heard of that. It's probably silly to have to explain it in California. It's like, oh yeah, but here, it's a thing. Anyway, that's Tantra. So I was even considering making my channel The Tantric Life, in terms of applying that process of playing with energy, pleasure, sensuality in all areas of our life, with all the different emotions, anger and joy and fear and sadness and sex energy. These emotions, it's energy in motion. They're neutral. None of those are right or wrong. None are good or, it's like a thought. A thought's not right or wrong, it's just a thought. Energy's not right or wrong, it's just energy. The right or wrong comes from our judgments. We judge what's right and what's wrong. And we make up a story about emotion. And it's our story that first we make up the story, then we judge the story. And that's what makes it wrong. We'll get more into that later. And that feels like that could be a can of worms for a lot of people. It was for me for a long time. It took me a while to wrap my mind around that. I was like, wait, I'm not saying there's no right or wrong. I'm not saying that. Just getting clear about, we'll make a video on that later. But back to working out, back to the tantric life, and back to the 5 emotions. We have 5 energies: anger, joy, fear, sadness, and sex energy. If we could be tantric with those, play with those. So in the same way we might have self-masturbation in a sexual way, where you're arousing yourself and having pleasure and having a release and moving energy through your body, you can do the same thing with sadness. With sadness, not sexually. Sadness, then you'll be sad. You'll be in sadness energy. That's what crying is. It's like a sadness orgasm, right? You cry and you let it all out. And it's so funny. I mean, the innuendos just go. It all works. It's like you're just dripping and sobbing and snotty and messy, and it's like, right? You're releasing sadness energy. It's not erotic at all. I'm not saying to make everything erotic or sexual. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to take that energy, the sadness energy and truly be with your sadness energy if that's what's alive for you. If you have sadness in your body, locked up, stuck in your body, to get in there, to stimulate that sadness, to feel more sad, in order to move it out, to release it. To release it. It's a release of energy. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So, or with anger, some people need to let their anger out. Like they're holding it in because they feel like, we'll get into that again later too. It's a whole nother thing. It's very interesting. So with working out, how do you start working out? Make it pleasurable, make it sensual, make it feel good, arouse yourself. And working out of all things it's very close to that sexual experience because guess what? You're getting blood in your tissues. Right, you're pumping, like when you're pumping iron, when you're lifting weights, you're literally increasing the circulation through the tissues of your muscle. The bigger your muscles get, Arnold Schwarzenegger even said that in his documentary Pumping Iron. He says, "It feels like I'm coming." Sorry, that was terrible accent. But Arnold Schwarzenegger in his glorious accent says, "It feels like I'm coming, like I'm ejaculating." The bigger your muscles get, the more capacity you have for circulation, for flow, for oxygen to flow, to move lactic acid, to bring more blood in your tissue. So think about sex, you guys. It's blood. It's blood rushing through your tissue. That's what makes it so sensitive. That's what makes it so pleasurable. It's about the blood. Gosh, it just kills me that this is so edgy for so many people. Working out is so sensual. I remember when I was a road cyclist, I used to race and compete road cycling, pedaling on the road. And the more you ride, the more volume, and when you get up to Cat 3, 2, 1, the higher end, you reach a certain level of elite fitness, and your muscles just get dense. And the denser they get, the more it just gets this. I remember going on these 4-hour rides through the Santa Cruz Mountains, and I felt like my legs were giant sex organs, and I was just having a full body orgasm for 4 hours. Just the blood and the circulation through my legs, and I remember just getting out of the saddle and just grinding up this hill, and I'm like, this is as good as having sex. It was just the flow and there's so much goodness in our blood, in the drugs that are in our blood. It's so good. It's so good. So, when you're not at an elite athletic level, you still can have that experience. It's just a little less, okay? It's a little less. It won't be that dramatic when you first go to the gym. The more muscle you build, the more capacity you build for strength and for circulation, the more that pleasure will increase, and the more the experience will deepen. That's why people get addicted to working out. It means endorphins. There's, probably all the other goodness that you get from all the drugs, all the things come. So, it's awesome. So when you go to the gym, if you're trying to just start working out, keep that in mind. Keep it in mind and look for it. Look for it on a small scale. When you're lifting, I was just the other day. I went to the gym 3 times last week. I haven't been to the gym at all. I mean, look at me. I'm just like big pile of mush. And just literally just pulling the weight. You can't see my arms, but just pushing the weight. And just imagine you're jacking off, man. You're just it's like you're just stroking your muscles, and you can feel yourself. It's like a massage. You're getting it's sensual. It's like every rep that I did was just just getting it and just rubbing it down, man. It's awesome. You get the blood in there, you get the juice in there. It feels so good. It feels so good. That is your goal, okay? Whatever your workout is, whatever preferred style of working out, there's 3 big ones: strength, weightlifting; HIIT, high intensity workout, which is more like an anaerobic, high heart rate, also some strength; or aerobic. Walking on the treadmill, Stairmaster, cycling is generally just aerobic for most people. So those are the 3 kind of main categories. So whatever I would say, start working out with whatever those 3 is your strength, whatever you're best at, whatever you prefer. You're like, I'm an endurance person. I've never had a lot of muscle mass. I like high intensity, fast went, you figure that out. You listen to what you most like and go do whatever's easiest for you, whatever feels the best to you, whatever you prefer, whatever you have a history having done in the past, because you'll still have muscle memory around that thing you used to do, whether it was CrossFit or you were a runner in high school or whatever. Got it? So just do whatever you used to do, get it back, get the blood going, get the endorphins. Think of it as pleasure. Think of it as like, this is my version of self-sex, self-love, right? It feels so good. So don't think of I have to go to the gym as I'm work, I have to go do work, I have to work out. There's this thing I'm committed to. Think of it as, I get to go get a massage, right? How excited are we to get a massage? It's amazing. It feels amazing, right? So think of it more of like a pleasurable thing we get to do. And just calling it working out makes me upset, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really upset. But why does everything work? People even call sex work. It blows my mind. Where's the play? Where's the fun? Where's the pleasure? Where's the sensuality? Where's the passion? Where is the desire that comes from within? Like it's of love, it's of passion, it's of pure desire. I'm doing it because I want to. Does that even exist in the world anymore? Do what you want to do. Do what you're passionate about. Do what you love. You got to build it. You build the muscle, right? You start small. So when you're starting to work out, get in there, get the pump, get the juice, feel good, and get out. And here's the key. This is the key. You ready? You got to keep the ratio of effort, not work, effort. The ratio of effort has to be lower than the reward. That's your goal. Okay, so when I'm saying keep it simple, that's what I mean. Is if you're gonna go in for 10, 20 minutes, it's a little bit of effort, right? Get out the door, get to the gym, 20 minutes, not bad. So the effort's like about here. But you get a pump, the reward's here. But once you go to 30 minutes, you got a little more effort. So you gotta get a little more pump. So as your fitness increases, you can be in the gym longer, do longer sets and reps, maybe do a few more muscle groups, whatever, and that's fine. But as long as the reward stays higher than the effort, you're good. Does that make sense? So when you're starting out, quick, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Get in there, blast, boom, boom, boom. Do 2-3 exercises, get a pump, get jacked up, and just leave. Leave. Don't, whatever to you feels like it's bogging you down, a conversation with your friend, or you're reading the paper and you're hanging out there for an hour and a half. And if you feel like that bogs you down and it takes the effort level up, eliminate that stuff. Don't just get in, do whatever it is for you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a sauna there that you love to go in and make that part of your pleasure, right? You get to get a pump and go in the sauna. And then you get to spend an hour in the sauna because you love it. Do that. Whatever is you know you. So you get the idea. You get the principle.